Pax vobiscum, salvete omnes. My name is Pater. Pater. My name is Father Mislav Pecek. In Latin, it is Pater. Pater Mislav Pecek. I'm a Croatian Catholic Dominican friar and a priest. Now, I decided to delve a little bit inside of the Warhammer 40k world, and we're watching a blind reaction to a HELSREACH. HELSREACH is a novel which became a fan-made movie in 13 parts, and we are currently entering into the 10th part. A lot has happened since last time. A lot has happened last time that we were watching. It was the longest episode so far and the most colorful one, no pun intended, as well. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen in this 10th episode. How colorful will it be, and how dramatic will it be? Hopefully, there will be an advancement to the plot. Hopefully, we will see what's happening with the maybe artificial intelligence that's hiding underneath the desert floor, which awakening we are eagerly expecting as a secret weapon to help with the orc invasion. Without further ado, let us start with the reaction.
When the wall is first breached, it dies in an avalanche of pulverized rockcrete.
So immediately we see a big shift in tone. So far it's only black and white, but different, I would not say style of animation, but it's much calmer. Yeah. So there's no flickering paint, black paint that's happening on the screen. It's purer in a way, cleaner. Okay. But it's still black and white. Now, I don't know why. Maybe if this is a flashback. So, okay, let's continue and find out what's actually happening over here.
Hey, this is better than sitting on our asses in the desert, yes? Yes, it is. That's what I think.
Be quiet. HQ, this is Damaska. Tank destroyed. Most likely part of the second group that passed you an hour ago.
Scout Team 3, proceed as instructed with all due caution.
Ready, Andre?
I have 3 dead packs left, okay? 3 more tanks must die. Then I get that caffeine the captain promised.
So is caffeine a rare commodity on this world? Rinaldus.
Brother, the crone of Invigilata requests your presence. I am in prayer. I know Reclusiarch. Did she request my presence, Arterian? No, Reclusiarch. She, demanded it. Inform Invigilata I will attend Princeps Zaha within the hour. once my ritual observations are complete. I do not believe she is in the mood to be kept waiting, Grabaldus. Nevertheless, waiting is what she will do.
I think there's so much richness in this scene. And it kind of reminds me, wow, of a religious life, a life as a priest. You know, sometimes some people, well, some important people as well, want your presence. You cannot always give it to them immediately. You have duties, and you have your obedience already given to someone, to the highest. But if there is an objective need, if there is someone in need of you, someone who needs help, yes, of course, you need to not terminate, but stop your prayer and help the other person. I mean, that's a type of a prayer within the Christian worldview as well, because in prayer, we're communing with a person or a trinity of three persons of one God. So we are interacting with Christ in prayer. But when we go and help another person, if the person is in need, we're also seeking to help the Christ who is within that person, because each of us was created in the image of God. Now, not everybody is in the state of grace for the Holy Trinity to actually abide in them, but helping everyone in need in the end is helping Christ, and we're invited to do that. But it's not always easy to distinguish when we should immediately go and when someone is just abusing their power, their authority, or they are maybe prideful and they think that everything should happen immediately. Patience truly is a virtue. And I even remember myself before, like, arriving somewhere expecting to be welcomed immediately by some religious person. But in the end, like waiting for 45 minutes and being like, oh, kind of annoyed. In the end, after everything passed, I could see it with different eyes and actually maybe even be thankful for the experience. Uh, Maybe it was needed for me to calm my mind, to purify my thoughts, to know actually what I really want, and to reevaluate the the value of time that was given to me. So I don't know. It seems like small detail. I don't know how important this scene will be, but a small detail that opens large vistas and memories for me.
I need more time, Grimaldus. You ask for the one thing I cannot give. This might take me months, perhaps years.
No, he told us that 9 to 11 days is how much he needs, and this is real time, so it's not a flashback. It's black and white for a specific purpose. But Bin Herrick is this like Bin Herrick code? I mean, it's binaric, right? Ones and zeros. But it seems that he's demoralized. It's harder than he thought, huh?
As the code evolves, it breeds sub-ciphers that, in turn, require dedicated cracking. It breeds like an ecology. Always changing, reacting to my intrusions by evolving into more complex systems. I want that cannon, Jerisian. Bring it to me. As you will, Reclusiac. You requested my presence?
So requested, not demanded. I think that was on purpose.
No. I summoned you. You should be staying where you stand. That would be an unwise solution. No one in this room is capable of wounding me. I see you do not show your face this time, Knight. You see me revealed, yet you hide behind the death mask of your Emperor. our Emperor. Let us tread carefully, you and I will answer the questions you have regarding D16 West.
Tell me why you have done this.
It is the Ordinatus Armageddon. It is one of the greatest weapons ever wielded by man. This is a war, Zaha. I need weapons to win it.
Necessity is not enough. You may not harness Oberon on a whim, Grimaldus.
The Master of the Forge will determine that for himself.
You do not understand. The sacred war platforms must be blessed by the Lord of the Centurial Ordinatus. Their machine spirits would be enraged without this appeasement. Oberon will never function. Do you not see?
The only reason the Mechanicus is not committing one of its greatest weapons to the war to save this world is because it remains unblessed.
Yes. The soul of the machine will rebel. If it even awakens, it will be wrathful.
It grieves me to ignore your wishes, Princeps.
So the idea of a blessing a machine spirit is in order to appease it. So the consciousness, should we say, that's abiding within the machine, they call it machine spirit. It's something like artificial intelligence, but it seems it's more than that actually. It's as if the machine was possessed by an alien entity. But okay, let's call it a machine spirit for the purposes of this universe. That machine spirit is angry by itself, maybe because of the past wars and whatnot, maybe because it was locked for 1,000 years beneath the sands of time. I don't know. But it will be angry and it cannot be used, or, well, maybe the misuse of the machine will happen. Machine might go awry or even turn on the humans if it's not properly handled. But the handling of the machine, or better to say of the machine spirit, is done with the specific rituals, which they call blessing the machine, right? It has to be, well, something has to be done, like incensing or doing specific binharic prayers, I think they call it something like that, in order to appease the will that's residing within. It's so weird, actually. It's like some type of possession case within the within this world and Catholic worldview, let's say. Of course, you know that there are cases of possessions when an alien entity, we call it a demon or malignant spirit, decides to enter the body of a person. No spirit can enter the will of a person. We always have free will, and no one can take it away from us. But on specific occasions, and usually if we allow the other force to take control over the body, that can happen. And that's what we call a possession. And then it's when you have to call a Catholic exorcist, because it can be really bad. But here it's so weird because it's kind of jumbled, isn't it? It seems to me that the people that are within the machine are like possessing the machine, which already is in a way possessed by the consciousness that is controlling it. I don't know if it's like the machine is originally merged with the consciousness, or the consciousness later entered into the machine spirit. I don't know that part of the lore, but just having like a human person kind of interacting with the consciousness present within the Titan, it's basically like a sort of a possession. It's very weird. It's hard to make clear distinctions about what's actually happening over there. Maybe that's on purpose, or maybe there's just the progression of the story and creation of the world over years and decades, and in the end, of course, it does become unclear in specific instances. Let's continue.
But I will not have Gerisian cease his ministrations.
Grimaldus, I am ordered by my superiors to see you dead before you continue this course of action. This can only end one way.
My princeps!
Yes, Varian.
We're getting Auspex returns. 4 heat signatures inbound from directly above. The city's wall guns are not tracking them.
No. The city defenses wouldn't shoot down 4 of my Thunderhawks.
Granados? No.
My princeps! Forget him! We demand orders at once!
If you try to raise the shields and prevent my attempt to leave, I will order my gunships to open fire on this bridge. Your void shields will never rise in time.
You would kill yourself?
I would. And you. And your Titan.
I said when last we met that you had kind eyes.
I remember.
It is true, but I regret it. I regret ever speaking a fair word to you, blasphemer.
He still has kind eyes, but now he has maybe resolve. We will see if his decision for waking up the consciousness beneath the sand is actually a good choice.
Hades may burn, but it burns because the enemy fears us. It burns to hide the enemy's shame, so they need never look upon the place where they lost the last war. While the walls of HELSREACH stand, while one defender draws breath, the city will never be... Sons of Dawn! Knights of the Emperor! Charge! Arterian suffers more than the rest of us. He sacrifices one hand to hold my banner aloft. The standard draws the enemy to him. They want our banner. They always do.
That's a big machine.
I have heard it said that the greenskins raise their titans as idols to their strange piggish gods. That would explain why they're so hideous. Engine kill?
You only for acting others.
It's almost as it's a lover's quarrel because yeah, it's she, the princeps within And it's as if she really grew attached a little bit to him. That's why she's even mad that he blasphemed with uncovering the intelligence beneath. But she still is a little bit attached to him, because you can see the interaction being still a little bit spicy. It's we gain a little bit like a chuckle when we see the interaction between them. It's nice. One shot, one kill. Now, interesting episode. First of all, what's happening with the colors? Second of all, what's happening with the title? It's not 1-0, it's an X. It's a 10, yes, but it's a Roman numeral this time. And we had Arabic letters, numerals before that. So, is that on purpose? Presumably, maybe. Why did Richard Boylan decide to do that? Not sure. Before continuing, please do support the actual channel of Richard Boylan. And if you want a total immersion within the story, if you're watching this for the first time, I do recommend and suggest just going directly to the main channel and seeing all the movies without the commentary, without the interruption, because the proper immersion is the best way to actually watch a movie. Now, the in the beginning with the what's up with the baby? So at the beginning, we see this very peculiar baby figure. I'm not sure what it's supposed to represent. It goes on flying. It has like a halo, but with like a spiky halo and like binoculars for seeing in the dark, night vision binoculars. What's up with that? Maybe if someone is deeply immersed within the Warhammer world, this is, oh yeah, no, that's the baby. The baby symbolism, whatever. But no, for someone who is first time watching something like this, it's just plain out weird. Not scary. I would not say scary. It's just weird. And because it's out of the context, from my point of view, if it would be put in a proper context, like connect with something, oh, okay, the baby represents this and that and that and that. Okay, is this a representation of Grimaldus? Maybe, I don't know. I don't see the connection, not at first anyway. So yeah, maybe don't even explain it to me. Maybe if it will be answered in the HELSREACH 11, 12, 13, then please don't comment on it. Don't explain, because I really do read all the comments. And maybe not the first day or the second day, but I do read it and respond to some of them. So for it not to be a spoiler to me, right? But okay, yeah, that was peculiar. Other than that, so what was interesting? Yeah, the dynamic. I already mentioned the dynamic. Tongue twister. The dynamics of Grimaldus and the Princeps. The Princeps, who is a female, who is pretty much pissed. She's real mad at Grimaldus because he's doing something that he shouldn't. In the last episode, we saw like the awakening of the consciousness, right? And she felt it, or the AI within the Titan with whom she is merged felt it. Why? Presumably because the consciousness beneath the sand is angry. So they felt like the rage, the emotions that is stirring, and I guess she's just fearful of what might happen. Uh, it might be okay, no, it's blasphemy, it should be done in proper order, it's a sacrilege or something like that. We should say the prayers before everything, etc., etc. But maybe beneath all that is just a fear, we're gonna do harm in the end to the machine, to us, to everyone else. I don't know. That's that's interesting, and yeah, this was a sad moment of Grimaldus within his speech. While these walls stand, they will never prevail or something like that, and then
Place where they lost the last war. While the walls of HELSREACH stand. While one defender draws breath, the city will never be.
while the walls stand, okay, while the one defender still draws breath, that's fine. But while the walls stand and pop, the walls are broken immediately, which is, I don't know, the force that had to puncture these walls had to be immense. Because look at the width. Look at the width of these walls. It's like, I don't know, 10 meters. That's like, it looks from this perspective like, I don't know, 5 to 10 meters thick, maybe 15 to 30 feet thick walls, which is, I don't know, is it stone? Is it metal maybe? But it was just crushed, broken immediately. And the play of black and white, chiaroscuro, the clair obscur, see, the the light that's coming. It's interesting. The animation is really high quality because I see some kind of playfulness, experimenting a little bit with the animation. Because even though it's black and white, I can imagine the dust being over there and light covering maybe of the dusk behind the horizon, the sun rays going inside of the dust that is enveloping the area around. It's hard to do that just with two colors. You have to be talented. You have to have some experience and vision. I like it and like it. Also, another thing, the banner holder. I love that. You know, he's sacrificing his left arm. They said over here. What do they mean? Of course, he's holding the banner in his left arm. He cannot fight with the left arm, and we saw that he's getting hit. He is taking blows because he cannot dodge properly. He does not have the mobility with the banner. But the banner holder is extremely important in any army in the past, in history, for sure. The visual representation of the army, of the general, of someone in charge, of the symbol, of the idea, of the emperor, whatever, the banner holder is holding in his hands the morale of the whole army in a way. So taking down the banner holder was always one of the, well, I would not say most important, but very important things to do, or putting up the enemy banner in the air. It really influences the morale of the troops. So I like the depiction of that. He's still fighting and he's still a good fighter, but his teammates are around him and they jump in when he's needed of help, of their help. It's nice.
He sacrifices one hand to hold my banner aloft. The standard draws the enemy to him.
And it's not just to hold a banner, to hold my banner. So Grimaldos is speaking as a commander. He's speaking as a proud commander, you know, proud in a good way. Proud in a way, I'm proud of my child. He's doing something that is virtuous, which is good. He's holding my banner. He's sacrificing himself. He's doing a noble deed, and I'm proud of him. So the way how he's speaking to this Marine, to this Black Templar that's under him, it's truly something like a father speaking of his child. So yeah, it's maybe not an important thing within the story, but again, one of those tiny details which really adds to the flavor of it, to the spirit of the whole HELSREACH movie. Okay, yeah, I enjoyed in this 10th part. I enjoyed a lot. The smoothness of the animation I like. It's not that I like it more than the others. I like it in a different way, which is interesting. Usually I can compare like this type of animation is better than the other, but this is all the same story, the same progression, the same characters with different animations, and I like each of those in a unique manner, which is a very fun experience. So I'm glad I embarked on this ship I wonder what's going to happen in the 11th episode. Only 3 episodes more. Hopefully, we'll be watching those together very soon. God bless you, my friends. Thank you for watching. If you like it, you can like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. God bless you once again, and goodbye. See you in the next episode.